Here's the steal. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
And it's Morant missing. San Antonio has gone 4 of 4 from outside during the fourth. This one for three. Knight can't hit. And so Jackson Jr. will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Spurs.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
This will mark their 13th win of the year. Not a bad number.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And what a huge performance it was for MP.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple in this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking them down.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
To the inside. Outside for Morant. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
And here's MP from outside. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Now here's Adams. Looking to end this cold spell. They get it back. Kicks it out to Bane. Here's Morant going inside. And then Morant with the jam.
As usual, Morant bringing down the house.
And here's MP from outside. Connects again from distance. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
So we see the Spurs taking the W here. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Brian Anderson, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Let's go, MP! That's how you do it.
Those guys are gonna have nightmares about you carving up their D.
Really strong performance out there. You seemed even more in your element than usual. Did you feel particularly dialed in for this matchup?
I think so. There was a really great crowd out there, and love or hate me, I want to make sure that anyone comes to an NBA game gets their money's worth. Sometimes I just pick up on that energy, and it fuels me. I love it.
Very cool. And how are you able to get the better of Ja Morant in this one?
We both had our moments. I think this was more of a case of having a better supporting cast this time. I'm not saying they have a bad squad over there, but our guys were able to follow my lead a little better than Ja's were able to follow his. A win like this is always due to a group working together as a team to get it done. I didn't get the better of Ja. We all did.
Great game.
Hey, man.
been using the NBA. You gotta win this one for your old man. You know he loves it. Pristine decision making.
Have a great game, man.
And the Clippers looking good as they came into the arena before the game. Important to make a splash in hostile territory. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony alongside, and our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. And when you take a look at the standings so far, is it too early, Smitty, to tell which teams are good and which are not?
Yeah, I think so. There's still so much left of the season, and a lot can happen. I don't think you can jump to conclusions just yet.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Filling the 2 and 3, the core of George and Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Westbrook in at the point. That one goes. Count it.
This speaks to Westbrook's high level of awareness. Understands when one of his guys is wide open.
MP, good.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
Keeps the defense guessing. They don't know who to try to take away.
And the rejection by Wembanyama. And the Clippers have possession. It's a three-point game. Johnson in the corner. To the paint. And there's Wembanyama on the assist by Johnson.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Now here's Leonard. He had 15 points last outing. Here's Zubac. The rebound by Johnson. For San Antonio, they've got their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. Well, Spurs fans the last 5 years, Steve, haven't been able to enjoy the playoff experience like Spurs fans of old.
They haven't, Kevin. And you know they've held the record for most playoff appearances in a row at 22 seasons. But it's been a long 5 seasons now without going. They have lots of youth and a hope for the future.
And that one, good.
Defenders try to knock Wembanyama off his rhythm, but he knows it's coming and he's prepared for it.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. A fantastic string of games for him, your Western Conference Player of the Week, MP.
Basketball is one of the few sports where good offense beats good defense, and nobody has had better offense than him lately. I don't think there's anybody in the league that could have slowed him down on offense. He was unstoppable, to say the least.
Now here's Leonard. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game.
Taking the hit, Kawhi Leonard. Great concentration.
MP against Westbrook. And here's MP for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
You know, I love what the coaches did tonight. They pushed the right buttons time and time again.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Now, here is George. 23 points for him the last game against Houston. And the rejection by Wembanyama! And Knight slams it in.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Clippers. Down by 12. Leonard on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
And here's MP for 3. 124 left in the first quarter. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Covington a screen on Vassell. A floater to halt the run. Left side Westbrook for 3. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
This is who Westbrook is in a nutshell. A flat-out baller with a quick trigger.
And a deep 3 from MP. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
His shot making has been superb this quarter. He's taken over this game.
Outside, George, a 3 ball. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
I love how competitive Paul George is, coming right back with his own 3.
And again, MP. MP's got 20.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Zubats with the screen for Leonard. Shoots over Johnson. Leonard, no luck.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Knight taking his time here. And it's Vassell in the corner. MP outside. Shoots the 3. Wow! Huge buzzer beater!
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the shot clock, ending the quarter the right way.
And so it's San Antonio, out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's gotten them up big. Right back after this break. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Powell, the pass to George. The 19-foot shot. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Martin is out there with Norman Powell. Then it's Morris. Then it's Bones Highland. And it's George in a 2-guard. And Smitty, we know when it comes to the Clippers, they seem to go as Kawhi Leonard goes.
No doubt, Kevin. The only year they didn't make the playoffs with him, he was hurt. but when he's healthy, they are dangerous.
Here's George, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Injuries have hampered Paul George over the last few years, but when he's healthy, he's elite.
Greg, he's still a go-to option offensively who can guard the league's top wings. And as he's aged, he's really embraced a leadership role.
And the Spurs making a change here. Sohan's checked in. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Russell Westbrook comes in for Bones Highland. Clippers trail by 14. Westbrook passes to Powell. Morris outside. George against MP. There's the three. And Paul George, good for the three. George has got 8.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Knight for 3. Bring it up for MP, a 3.
I love that bucket from MP in response to their 3.
And the foul called on MP. That's foul number 2 for him.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Collins comes in for Wembanyama. And it's Vassell in for Jones. And then for the Clippers, Robert Covington comes in for Marcus Morris. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Powell. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Zubac. Here's Sohan. Here's MP. Close in. No stopping MP.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The Clippers in recent years have become one of the better defensive teams in the league. Now, Coach Ty Lue said it's tough because everybody on the floor now is a decent three-point shooter. So you got to pick your poison. It's different than when I first started. The game is changing every year, so you've got to be able to adapt to the times. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. And here's George. Following the three-pointer by MP, and out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And let's take this chance to look at some of the perimeter players who aren't afraid to mix it up in the middle either. These are the top rebounding point guards in the league. 4th, Russell Westbrook.
And it may not be the first thing you think about, but if you look at a lot of the all-time great point guards, their rebounding, that nose for the basketball is a big part of their game.
And this is what makes this group so special. They are complete players, and rebounding is a part of it.
And Wembanyama, he's checked in for the Spurs. Powell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Passes it to Zubac. Kicks to Westbrook. Overnight. And the rejection by MP. And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way. Johnson finds Knight. Pulls it up. Off target with the open look. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for LA. 17-point game. Los Angeles with another miss. Here's MP. And MP throws it down.
So many good things happen when you penetrate. Attack that defense, MP.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And so it's MP making things happen for San Antonio. He has been a long-range assassin today. With his work that quarter, his total number of threes is up to 7. Back right after this.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the San Antonio Spurs.
They put on a clinic offensively. Great ball movement, player movement. Guys are shooting it well. Everything's in sync.
Which is why they are up big. Okay, now let's see what's going on around the league in terms of injuries. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
The cell in the wing along with Johnson. Wembanyama is the center with Sohan next to him. And it's Knight in at the point guard position. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Steve, this current Clippers group, they're changing the identity of this franchise.
Hey, Kevin, you know this. For a long time, they couldn't get right, winning just one playoff series during their first 27 seasons in L.A. Now the Clippers expect to make postseason runs.
Now here's Leonard. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game.
And the wingspan of Wembanyama, massive. He's fantastic at using it to erase shots. Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
It's such an advantage when you can get out and run and get a good look before the defense can set up.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 5. Lets it go from 11, and that one hits back iron.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Now how they envision this one.
Wembanyama, a screen on Westbrook. Second shot opportunity, and Wembanyama with the layup. Wembanyama's got 6.
Yeah, you have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
And the foul. Spurs leading by 17. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Martin is out there with Morris. Then it's Bones Highland. Then it's George. And it's Powell in at the 3 spot.
Love what Paul George is doing right there, spotting those wide open guys.
On the wing, MP. Defended by George. A nice shot by Knight.
Ooh, heat check after heat check. He rises to the occasion, trying to wheel his team to victory.
George with the ball. He's picked up by Collins. And sports may be the ultimate meritocracy. Does it matter where you're from, Greg, your background? You got to have game, right?
Kevin, it's a beautiful thing. Some players grew up with a father in the NBA. Others were a world away. Either way, when you get here, you know you've earned it.
And here's George for 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Collins has got his 4th rebound in this one. And the shot is good. MP's got 44.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
George, that's a 2-pointer. In it goes for the 5th time, and 10 shots for him this game.
Always a threat to get to the rim. This time, Paul George pulls up and buries it.
And he hits the bucket. 10 points for Victor Wembanyama.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
George against Knight, and George kicks to Morris. And the 3 off target.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Back to Knight. We love the fact that the NBA is constantly evolving. Greg, what have you thought of the recent schedule adjustments?
I think the league's done a great job cutting down on the back-to-backs. And also, I like these 2-game, like baseball-style series we've seen. Limiting travel helps big time.
And the Clippers call time here. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Morris. Robert Covington comes in for Martin. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Powell. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Highland. Westbrook passes to Leonard. Shoots over Bullock, and Leonard gets it to go on the assist from Westbrook. And that's 10 points for Leonard.
When Kawhi gets to his spot in the mid-range, he is automatic, one of the best in the game.
Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. And that sends MP to the free throw line. They get Russell Westbrook. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for San Antonio.
They've been lights out from three-point land in this one. The defense hasn't been effective at stopping them, so they have just stuck with the game plan.
And tonight we've also seen a lot of great play from them inside. They've been consistent in terms of attacking the interior of this D.
George, that's a two-pointer. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got his 5th rebound in this one. MP fires from way outside. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Reminding defenses that they have to respect his range. MP looking real confident from deep.
Green by Zubac. Pass to George. Chalk up 2 there. George has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. .131 left in the 4th quarter. And Leonard gets it to go. And 12 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for San Antonio.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Nice job by Russ, attacking the interior, hunting down a high percentage look.
MP, that's for 2. Again, the Spurs, good for 2.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Left side, Leonard, and stolen by Knight. Outside, Collins. Now, MP. Takes a 3. Connects again from distance.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. And so it's San Antonio.
Nice team win. Let's keep it going.